Hi guys. So as you could probably tell, my part 1 to this video, I had to end it quite abruptly because I was about to run out of storage on my phone, and it was like warning me like you only have a few seconds left. So I hadn't finished, saying what I wanted to say. So I just thought I'd add this like little bit on for 5-10 minutes as a part 2, just so I could end it the way I wanted to. The joys of doing lo-fi ASMR on your phone. What can I say? No, what I wanted to say was, a lot of times with anxiety, a lot of people, not everyone, but there's a few people who think, get over it, it's a first world problem kind of thing, Don't be silly, why are you afraid to go out, But unless you experience it, and especially to a certain degree, if it's bad, then to you it can seem worse than a third world problem, because it destroys your world and everything that you want to make part of your world. You can't do it, which is kind of where I'm at right now. And you get all the cliches, don't you, like, just get on with it, there's people worse off than you, there's worse things going on in the world. But my favourite one is, just get over it, just get over your past experiences, that's, God, that one's played out more than Baby Shark, isn't it? Oh God, if I had £1 for every time someone said that, I would be able to afford 12 Blue Yetis and the best camera in the world. But life doesn't work like that. No, but what I wanted to say was, I'm one of those people, I do try and appreciate what little I've got. I know I have a lot. How could I put this? I don't have money or anything like that at all. In fact, it's usually the opposite. I usually find myself struggling quite a lot. So I wouldn't say I'm poor, but I'm not very well off, if you know what I mean. I'm at the lower end of the scale, like many people are, especially in this country now, with all the cuts and that that's been made to people's money. I'm part of that minority, or majority, should I say, but I'm one of those statistics. But I do appreciate what little or however much I do have. I make the most, and I try my best to appreciate what I have, and especially recently I've been trying to look on the bright side, because this year, things haven't been good, but it's a hell of a lot better than it was last year when I think about it in comparison. So I try to appreciate what I have now compared to last year. And especially with coronavirus coming along and destroying so many people's lives in so many different ways. Obviously you've had people dying from the virus itself, and hundreds, thousands of other people killing themselves due to isolation with the lockdown and due to losing their businesses because of it. Some people have hit rock bottom to the point they have took their own lives. And I'm aware that in comparison, my problems are like a little compared to their problems, I'm aware of that, but like I said, when something like anxiety, it's a constant battle. It is a constant fight, and it turns your life, or your living, into an existence rather than a life. That's how I've always seen it. because it limits your life in so many ways. And so that can seem like a first world problem to other people, but for your personal experience and what it does to your life personally, it can destroy it just as much as, losing someone or as much as anything terrible would destroy it. It can hit you the same way and have the same effects. But as I say, everyone's different. It hits, people deal with it differently. You have to know how to deal with it. You have to, it's not something that you can just do, it's something that you have to so it's something that you have to acquire. Like, you have to learn how to do it in time. You can't just be expected to know what to do, how to handle it right away. You have to come up with your own little strategies and coping mechanisms. That's the word I'm looking for. Like I've had to do over many years, and I'm still trying to find new ones now, So it's like I say, it's a constant battle, and it's not easy. There's times where it's easier than others, times where it's easier to handle than others, but there's those days where you just can't, you don't know how to handle. It's not that you can't handle it, you just don't know how. You can't put your little mechanisms into practice some days, but like today, for instance, I just looking at, put on my makeup, my usual setup with my glitter eyeshadow, which is my new thing, and my holographic lipstick. And again, that's to try and boost my self-esteem as much as I possibly can. But I went to all that trouble and it went wrong the first time I did it, and I had to take it all off and try again. So I went to all that trouble because I'd planned to go out, got myself all ready, and that's how mindset I was on it. I was going to push myself, and then at the last minute I bottled it, and it makes you feel like a failure. I know I'm not the only one that feels that way. It does, it makes you feel like a total failure, because you set yourself a goal that you couldn't achieve because of someone that you feel should be in your control because it's your mind, but in actual fact it's your mind that's in control of you on those occasions. And like I said, it's a constant battle. It is. Well, that's how it feels for me anyway, and so many other people that have described it. It's, people deal with it in different ways and they have different feelings and emotions and reactions with it, but the fact is, it's pretty crap. No matter what way you dance about it, it's crap. It's a crap thing to deal with. And it's worse when it's social anxiety as well, because if you want to go out to the shops or even on the bus or do anything, it involves leaving the house and interacting with other people. And as I say, some days that's easier, and some days it's super hard, like today, where you just want to but you can't. And I think I mentioned in a video before, I'm high up on the autistic spectrum. I'm still waiting on my official test, but the little mini test that I had came back that they reckon I'm pretty high up on it. And I've got so many of the symptoms of other autistic people I know, and it would answer so many questions as to what's been wrong with me all these years, or maybe why no medication or therapies worked, because to my knowledge, and I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but there is no medication or full cure for that. It's just something that you have in you, and you have to just, like the anxiety thing, you have to just learn to cope through it and live with it and live through it, because it's just ingrained in you. So that accounts for so many of my problems as well, with social stuff and other stuff, and even physical traits that I have, like twitches in my hands and stuff, and especially when I get anxious. It's just another pile of crap to add to the ever-growing crap heap, but I'm saying that for everyone, not just me. That's the thing, when you do these sort of videos, it can sound very self-centered, but I always try and make it a point to say that I'm not just meaning me, I'm generalising everyone who suffers with these type of problems. I'm just giving you my personal experience on it. But it's about finding your own coping mechanisms, and sometimes that can take years. Years of struggling, years of trying, years of failing. But that doesn't make you a failure just because you fail at some things. I mean, you're still here. You're still alive. You're not failing while you're still breathing. Maybe you haven't achieved all your dreams and goals. Maybe there's some that you never will. Like, I'm starting to accept it might be the case for me, but you gotta keep going and set new goals and try and find ways of getting through. No matter how long it takes, no matter how hard it is. No matter how many times you gotta keep going down that same road and starting all over again, which I have to do now. If you're lucky enough to get the help and support, you have to take it and go with it and embrace it and work with it. And no one's saying you have to be perfect or succeed all the time and succeed at every step of the goals that you have to improve in yourself, because you're going to fail. There's going to be knockbacks, setbacks. It's not going to happen first time. But you have to give it your best. That's something that you have to do, is give it your all. Or there's no point at all if you're only going to be giving it your half, So, but there's days where you'll still lose the motivation, and that's okay. But you, and I, me, take that time for ourselves to reset. And I'm just going to take a second to wipe my wet nose. Take a second to reset. Not a second. Take however long you need to reset and try again. And when you're ready, get back in there and give it your all. But yeah, you can't be at your best and ready all the time. You have to take time for yourself, even when you're trying to start again and build yourself up. You have to do it step by step, and not rush yourself, not push yourself too far too quick, because that's another thing I have plenty of experience with, and it doesn't end well. So, pace yourself. Keep trying, no matter how hard it gets. Give it your best. And if you do need to stop and have a little knockback, setback, that's fine. It doesn't mean you're out the game again. It just means you're sitting on the bench taking a little rest until it's your time to get back out there again and play the game of life. Well, that's my advice. But I'm a Virgo. And we're the best at giving advice and the worst at taking it ourselves, so a little bit of preaching going on there. But no, I have to try and take the advice that I've just said to you for myself too. I had to get healthier mentally, physically. But as I said, that's in the last video, that's a chain reaction. You have to be healthy up here to be healthy in your body. So, but at least my makeup hasn't gone to total waste because I've managed to put it to use in the video. So, that's one achievement for today that kind of makes up for the loss of not getting out earlier. But so I'll probably upload this tomorrow, although I'm filming it straight after part 1, like literally as soon as part 1 is uploaded. I took it off my phone so that I have the space back, and I'm starting on this one, and that's how it works for me. Yep. Oh, on that note, I will properly end the video this time and bid you good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, and everything else between dusk and dawn, whatever time you're watching it. And I'll use these in another video soon. So, where's my candle? It's in my hand, so bye.